Welcome back, guys. My name is Jake Thompson Hair, and we're talking about brushes, round brushes. Why do we want to use a round brush in our hair? Number one, volume. Number one, smoothness. You basically just want to have the hair be a different texture than your normal hair is. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna be going into the ins and outs of what type of round brush you should have for your hair. There is two types of round brushes. Now, there are several different, styles that you might see, but round brushes are based into two different types. And those types are something that has more of an aluminum core, just like this, and this has more of a nylon bristle. So the aluminum heats up like a curling iron. And so that'll actually create maximum curl and you'll get maximum volume as well. The other type of round brush is going to be something that has more of a boar bristle. Now, these come in a couple different styles to where you can actually have something like this to where this is all boar right through here. It's got a wood core. This also has the boar, but it has nylon as well. So this would be a combination round brush. You have this one would actually create more smoothness because the closer the bristles are, the more tension you're going to get. The further away the bristles are like this, you're not gonna get as much tension. So you wanna kind of keep that in mind. If I'm looking for smoothness, I wanna take away frizz and I wanna straighten the hair, you're gonna be best to go with something like this versus something like this is going to be more, if you're looking to smooth out the hair, she has a ton of curl, or you have a ton of wave, a ton of frizz, you can still do it because this will definitely heat up like a curling iron, and then the airflow goes through, as you can see, so you'll get the hair dry really, really fast, but you are going to get the hair a lot smoother with something like this because you can create more tension. So within those things, those are gonna be the two types of round brushes that you can create maximum volume, curl, smoothness. And today, I really wanna break down on a mannequin head and I wanna show you the difference between one side being done with this style of brush and then one side being done with this style of brush. And so you can really see the amount of curl you're gonna get on one side versus the amount of smoothness, and you probably won't have as much volume on this side. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna break right into that, and I'm gonna show you that demo. Cool, let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, I applied some mousse. I used a little Orbe mousse. It's called Grandiose. It can be a little bit sticky, and so that's why I applied it with a comb, and I just put it right in that root area because we really want to get maximum volume with this. And so no matter what, we want to make sure that you're applying the right type of products in the hair. And so I use something very sticky at the root, and right now I'm actually using a product called Featherweight Balm. It's from Orbe as well. And it's a very light product that's gonna give a really subtle amount of hold. But what this is gonna allow is this is gonna allow me to get my brush throughout the hair. Because if I was going to apply that mousse all the way through to those ends, it would be extremely sticky, and my brush would be like kind of pulling as I went all the way out. So make sure you use the right type of product in the hair. Okay, let's get into this, guys. All right, guys, so what I'm actually doing right here is I'm really just trying to get that root dry, okay? So I'm going in and I'm really pushing the hair back, I'm pushing it down, I'm pushing it up to really try and get that root area right through there. And so that is actually what's gonna create that lift in that volume. And as you can start to see, it's starting to expand off of that scalp right through there. And so that's what is gonna create, first off, because when you start to create a blow dry, you wanna make sure you're working that root area first, and then you'll work onto that mids and those ends, okay? So now I'm gonna work over here on this side. So a really good blow dry starts with really good root direction. And as you can see, as I'm working through here, I'm really starting to blow dry. I want to direct that root really where I want it to go. And so a lot of times I want to push it away from the scalp, okay? So that's super important as I'm starting to do this technique, is really pushing that root away from the scalp. And I'll push it back, I'll push it forward, I'll push it down, I'll push it all different directions as I start to do this. And I can start to get that lift at that root first, okay? That's really, really super important. If you want to get a salon blow dry, is to really make sure that that root is going in the right direction. For this specific style, we do not want it to be flat to the head. You know, we want more volume, we want more curvature to it. All right, guys, so as you can see, these brushes are almost identical. One is gonna be an aluminum core, the other is gonna be a metal core. This has got nylon and boar bristle. This has basically got just nylon bristle. These bristles are a lot close, like these are a lot further apart, so you're not gonna get as much tension as with this. You're gonna see as I start to blow dry, it's gonna have extreme tension. It might even start to pull the mannequin head to the side. Or when you start to blow dry somebody or your own hair, if you're using a brush like this, you're gonna notice that the hair, it's gonna pull your head over because those bristles that are super close to the core of this brush are going to create a lot of tension. Two things that make a blow dry look good: heat and tension. Heat comes from blow dry, tension comes from your brushes and or your fingers if you're doing that as well. So we're gonna do the left side with this one, we're gonna do the right side with this one. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's show you how that's done. So now we can see the difference between the two, okay? Now, the interesting thing is that this, of course, is gonna act more like a curling iron. And so this is going to give more, you know, you can see it's got more bounce to it right through here. It's got a lot more like curl happening through here, right? And this is kind of what happens when you can kind of, you know, so you can create, you know, a lot of, I mean, like this has a ton of volume. So does this, has a lot of volume, but the volume is distributed different on this side versus on this side. So you've got like more wave kind of curl happening up in here, over here on this side, versus over here on this side, it's a little bit, you know, it's just nice and volumed throughout this way. But the one thing I really kind of want to notice is that you'll see this is actually smoother and shinier over here on this side. And the reason for it is because, again, you have these smaller bristles in here which create more smoothness, more shine. You can get a lot more tension in there. And you can make those, because again, two things make a blow dry look good: heat and tension. And the heat comes from the blow dryer, but the tension comes from your brush. The bigger, like the more spread out the bristles are, the less tension you're gonna be able to get. The closer the bristles are, the more tension you're gonna be able to get. So if you're literally trying to take away frizz and smooth out the hair, go with something like this, okay? And it comes in, you know, you can get one just like this where it doesn't have a combination nylon bristle in there, just like that. So, you know, because that right there has got the nylon that's in it. Or you can do something like this if you're looking for curl and volume at the same time, because you've got the kind of bristles where it's just a nylon bristle, but it's got an aluminum core to it, so it heats up with the actual blow dryer, so you can create more bounce and volume and actual curl at the same time. So this is the end result, which is actually It's super cool. I used a mousse, I used a smoothing product on the end. So I hope you guys really enjoyed what we showed today. If you guys like this color, go ahead and check out my other video where I actually show you how to color this, which is kind of fun. And I'm just gonna kind of play around with it and see. Both are absolutely beautiful. Again, the varying difference is, what you can see through there. Guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Check back. I post videos every week. If you guys find this information helpful, go ahead and share it. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm just here to help you guys out. I wanna make you guys better hairdressers, or if you're a consumer watching this, I wanna make it so you have better hair. At the end of the day, your hair is the most important accessory you'll ever wear. If you don't look good with just your hair and naked, what else do you have, all right? Guys, make sure your hair looks amazing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. My name is Jake Thompson. I'll see you guys next week.